Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Mark for Destiny with the Tabletalkers here. Might be a bit of a shorter section this time. Late start. Stuff happens. Anyways, so last time the party had a talk with a fellow that was a little bit on hard times. Wrapped up in the corner of an alley, looking nice and homeless, begging for change and food. I almost said Dagon. Val went and had a nice little talk with him, figured some stuff out. Um, proposed to him the idea of the curse and that they got something similar going on. Found out that the city guard is taking people that appear to have this and are disposing of them outside the city gates in the sands somewhere, which would explain why you guys had found bodies before and possibly animals gaining the attributes. And that it seems to, from what you've gathered so far, uh, this man was bitten by his brother, who was going through insufferable, pretty much anger, as they got into a fight before the guards hauled them away. However, what you could tell, it is either blood or fluid transmitted for a curse, which is a bit odd, but curing disease did not seem to have any sort of effects on it. However, after finding a good point to where they could meet up later, being an obelisk, the party split up and decided to go search in different ways for things, with Val and Cam going to go check the water reservoir to get a good idea what was going on there and possibly talk with any officials they could about there being a curse and if there could be something in the water or something else going on there. Danny and Salt Dress went around looking for places of interest, possibly seeing if they could find any other cursed individuals or just other information. After wandering around for a while, they happened to find a nice sort of place that had a bit more flowery off, and after actually getting into the place, after crossing a small bridge slightly outside, back out to the city, or out of the city, realizing, oh, this is a graveyard, and having what looked to be more clerical officials around in the area rather suspicious of them, they decided they'll come back later. Salt offering the idea of they could go get some food, possibly meet up with the others, discuss what was going on. Took something of Danny's that was offered to him that was not meant to be eaten, and proceeded to go have himself a nice little trip in the shade by a building, with one of the officials slowly approaching in on the two of them. Danny deciding he didn't want to be there. He was just going to grab Salt, put him back in the cart, and go away. Turned into a gorilla. Now, personally, I have not experienced it. I doubt many people have personally experienced it. But for someone who has never seen a gorilla, I feel like them charging at you would be a frightening new experience you would not like to have. Although, it would also be the same for anyone who has seen a gorilla. That being said, Salt saw a gorilla charging at him in his altered state of mind, decided he wanted none of that, proceeded to give him the runaround to get on top of a building. One of the officials getting over there, and one of them turning into a giant hawk, swooping around looking for Salt. Salt managed to duck behind an alleyway out of the sight of the bird momentarily and burrow underground, where they proceeded to eventually get to a wall and then decide, man, it's really cozy down here. I'm just gonna take a nap. Danny, on the other hand, talked with the official after untransforming from gorilla, Realizing they bear the mark and that they need to talk with people around to figure out what's going on and could possibly help with things, their horse and carriage was taken to some stables to where Danny, inspecting it, was very good quality and seemed like things would be okay. Was told they would have an hour to look for their friend before they would be escorted to where they can meet with with one of the elevated ones in the evening. They were currently looking for Salt very rather unsuccessfully, as getting to a point in the ground of it seemed like he just vanished, just teleported, and neither Danny nor the officials were able to figure out what had happened there. On the other side of things, Val and Cam got in line with, decided, let's just skip the water line for talking. Had a brief talk with one of the people administering things, showed them their mark, and told them there's a curse thing possibly going about, might be in the water, and, well, with how serious any matter with the water is, they took them up the guard tower for the water reservoir area, had a brief talk with them up there, asked them to go check the guards to see if they can get their logs, ask things about them, and if there's anything suspicious going on, report back to them. They also gave them 50 gold for any lodging, food, and bribery they need. With that being the start of things, Matt, roll me a d6, please.
I'm sorry, but I need to ask for some clarification.
D6 it is.
Yes.
You kept saying officials just now when referring to the robed individuals that Salt and I were seeing, right?
Yeah.
Were they very clearly clerical people? I thought they were like. How do I want to say this? It doesn't sound weird. Gang members, rogues, assassins type.
No, last time I
covering their face.
No, last time I distinguished that they were more ornate and pretty much more fancy, looking more of the clerical or caster type.
Okay. Well, thank you for the clarification. I wrote that down wrong and had the wrong idea at that time.
In fairness, I'm 90% sure your brain goes a weird place whenever you decide to play Danny.
Don't know why, but I thought, oh, they're assassins. Or they're thieves. They're going to steal my cart. I can't
What's your number, Matt?
Would you like to guess?
Is it 6?
It is 6.
All right. Well, I'll let you know when you're back in the story.
That's fair.
All right. So, Danny, having searched for Salt for a few minutes, is there anything you would like to do with the remaining time that you have left before they're going to take you to essentially a waiting area?
Did they describe the sort of waiting area that they were going to take me to, or what the long it would be before?
They said around evening. They did not describe the waiting room, but they said your needs would be met for like food, water, things like that.
Then I would need to go back to the obelisk that we all said that we were going to go meet up at. To wait for it to see if Cam and Val show back up.
All right. You can go back there with a couple of officials escorting you. And say travel time wise, you'd spend a lot of your time going there, and then you'd have to go back pretty soon. So Cam, after you guys had your talk with the official up there, let's say Scipia Delis, would you what would you guys be doing right away?
Okay. How many more, if any, of those look around things do you think you have in you? You know, where your eyes get all glowy.
I believe I have enough for just one more.
Okay. Well, for what it's worth, they do seem particularly protective of the water, and they are gonna have their own priestess of types go look at it, right? That's what they said.
Yes.
So, if we think that this thing is spreading, we've walked around the city a bit. It's probably not mostly here in the upper districts. It's probably where people would not be noticed fighting too much. Probably head toward the more poor district of town. Keep a lookout for snakes along the way.
Why snakes?
I can talk with them. It's a thing I can do. Kind of talk with them. They're cool.
Understood.
You know what, Eric? Give me a high, low, even, odd.
Hi,
3.
cool.
All right. Unfortunately, you guys don't see any snakes along the way. You guys did have a good view of things where you guys were up on that tower, and could kind of go pretty much pretty much more towards the center. It's sort of very towards the center is where more people, I say the more well off are. So the further away from the center and the water reservoir you go, more poor it tends to be, especially on the actual outskirts of the city, outside of the wall where a lot of the farmers are. So, poorest place you could probably go would be outside to the farmers and manual laborers.
Let's go around, look for things. Keep your nose out for the scent of decay. And if I see a snake, I imagine they'll know where to go.
Can do.
If nothing else, you could probably also ask if we can find that one guy you talked to where they used to live. Because we know for sure that their brother was infected, right?
Yes.
All right. So important question of just within probably about like half an hour when you guys are done talking, would you actually go back to your the meeting obelisk after that short? That'd be now a little bit an hour from the time of both events happening. Yeah. Within around an hour, do you think you would go back to that obelisk on the grounds of meeting back up after such a short amount of time?
I'm in tracking down the thing mode. So unless Val's like, go this way. Nah.
That sounds like a no to me.
Got a pretty good lead.
The other two make things hard to investigate.
All right. So you guys gonna go to the guard area first and look for names, go back to talk with Sid the beggar. What is your first goal since you...
I feel like we passed by Sid again.
All right. You guys can go back to Sid. Same place.
And it's been right at an hour, roughly an hour.
Yeah.
How's the hunger?
Thank you, sir. Just doing fine. That was a quick trip.
I met up with the priestess, and she's going to look into that at the moment. Your old house. Could you put me in the direction? In the direction.
Yes, come with me, I'll show you.
Shall follow.
Alright. You take a walk, you take a walk along the city wall for a while before, the house itself doesn't look like any damage on the outside. There's a lot of houses built along the outside of the wall that are very simply pretty much attached to it. A reminder, this wall was very thick. Like, you could straight up take a horse carriage up top and ride horse and carriage or chariot on top. That being said, you have a lot of these houses that are set to where they look like they have pretty much storage area in the back straight up against it, and then living area, pretty much all built almost the same. And yeah, it looks to be just a small, humble abode where the insides look like everything was just thrown around and fucked up.
Do you care if we look around just to see if there's anything to see?
No. Go right ahead.
And did you say that your brother used to work in the fields, or am I misremembering?
Yes, he worked the fields.
You know which ones?
That is typically just wherever they need.
They just meet up somewhere and then they get sent.
Usually, yes. By whoever is paying for the day's wage and the means of food and water will usually allocate the people.
Alright. I forget, do we have any sort of map type object or not?
You guys have not gotten a map yet.
Okay. Do you know where their typical, like, meetup place was? Like, before they were assigned to go somewhere?
Usually right outside the city gate, as there is a mixture of people inside and outside, so it is a very easy place to gather them.
Alright, so no common building. Okay.
There's a few buildings out there, but usually getting up before dawn is very easy to just gather people outside.
Well, I'll give this place a once-over. Make sure there's no weird bits hanging around. And then we'll head toward whichever his favorite gate was, I suppose.
Alright. Give me an investigation. You two can roll separate or give one of you advantage.
I have a +4, Medina.
I should give you advantage.
Okay. And I'll also put a guidance on it, because I know I'm looking for stuff.
Alright.
Yeah. 12, 16, 20 total.
Alright. So, there's not really any items or anything of note worth, but you are able to find dried blood on the ground from where they fought. What looks to be possibly where Sid or his brother got hurt, and just some blood on the ground, a little bit of the wall. It's not much, but it's there.
Yeah, I'm just picking up signs of conflict. Here for assisting. And I'll hand over 5 gold.
there's that kind of just like shocked look of, are you sure?
I seem sure.
Thank you. I do not know what to say.
Just make sure you don't lose yourself to the hunger.
I will try not to. I will make sure to find you later to ask about the or tell you if it lasts the entire day like you said it would.
Okay. I point in a direction where I think I see a gate. That one typically?
Yes, the closest to here.
Alright. Let's go.
I should follow.
All right. Heading out. Heading out towards the gate. You're met with a guard there, doing a simple check. Just, hey. Ah. Good day. Are you taking a permanent leave or just walking out the gate for a while?
Walking out the gate for a while.
Very well. Be safe. Make sure you have water.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you just going to be looking for some like an overseer type deal, or just anyone in charge of the farm labor?
Looking around, getting an idea of how they're operating things. Seeing if there's a snake.
And fortunately, the roll earlier determined navigation, but no snake.
There are no snakes in this desert. Understood.
At least not right here at the moment.
Okay.
But operation wise, it looks like there are they have several built towers about across the fields, irrigation drainages that lead from outside the city to across out across the fields that when you got probably would have been dry a few days ago, as they did say they were in a bad drought. However, after the massive storm that happened the day before, things are, well, a lot of that unfortunately destroyed a lot of crop and also destroyed some things like towers and structures. A lot of the effort of today has been, looks like people are still rebuilding stuff. Thank you. Yeah, so at the moment, it looks like a lot of people are in the process of just getting things unfucked. There are a few people clearly managing supplies, and a few people that just look like they are essentially on towers monitoring everything.
Okay. Tuvel. So, we know that the people going in and out have a guard that at least notices that they're there, going in and out. Probably different guards. We're kind of guessing that they don't give them all a big check whenever they go in and out. If someone were to get attacked and infected with a thing, then they would be the first line of defense, but they didn't defend very well. And also they just let you in, and you kind of look like you got, snapped apart by a giant crocodile.
This is
Val-
correct.
Reminder, Val does have armor on, and you guys did give him healing magic.
It's more they're not checking very hard. So... how well's your nose working?
Seems to be fine, I think. Lifts himself. Could use a shower.
Well, thus far, the only thing that I can really say that's been present with each of the cases is that stench of rot. Especially in case anything's burning, but that's probably just making it worse. They want us back there, what, by tomorrow? Right?
I believe so.
So... I guess we should probably just walk the fields, see if anything catches your nose. Or if we see more people than usual looking not so great.
Yeah. Let's start.
All right. Are you going to say walking? Sorry. Are you going to go just look around? Are you going to talk to any of the people farming, official people that look like they're there to be more of a just muscle if anything happens? What is your priority list here? Who are you going to first?
Personally, I think we should follow one of the aqueducts downstream. Because we know it can get stuck in liquids and stuff like that.
All right. You want to just follow the water?
Yes.
Okay. How far?
Until
you could
we
be going for a good one.
Until we sniff something or like, oh, it's dark, we need to head back.
All right. Medina, you give me a luck roll this time.
Let's roll. All right. Yeah. That's a 10.
All right. So, going along for a good while, you're noticing, 1, no snakes. 2, just a lot of smaller life has come out to obviously acquire water. Anywhere things are pulled, just any insects, smaller animals. A lot of people are also what appears to be gathering water for storage along different ways, as people have set up ox-pulled carts where they are gathering water in jugs to be stored. Walking around for a good while, it's not really finding too much of results. There is the occasional, body that is found, and bodies that are found are essentially being taken out to be put into a mass burial.
But nothing's looking spiky or setting off the sniffer.
Not at the moment, no. Let's see. And we've got one more event before we swap back over to Thaddeus. So, after having several hours searching and not really finding too much, and knowing you got to get back, on the way back, a lot has been rebuilt and recovered. They got a lot of people working on things, and you notice that while you're on the way back, a group of people pretty much that were working before all stop and look like they're essentially clearing the way and bowing down. So just getting on their knees and lowering their head. As looks to be a very well-armed group of men in what you wouldn't really see in a desert, as the heat kills people and it's not practical for the sand, but much more practical for somewhere like inside the city. People in heavy armor, adorned with adorned with what looks to be very expensive cloth. You can't see any of their faces as they are adorned with the heads of what look to be eagle-like mask. You can't actually see into the eyes of, as the metal glitters in the sunlight, and they all have they all have what looks to be a variety of armament for situations if needed, of both having spear, shield, and bow. And in the middle of them, as they pretty much part through people, is a woman that this does not appear to be a mask or a headdress of sort, but with the actual head of a cow.
Seeing that the crowd is doing that before they reach us, just gonna tug on Val's arm. Get down and do your thing as stealthily as you can.
All right.
Yep.
Bowing to imitate everyone else around.
Yeah,
Mhm.
All
I'm
right.
asking him to use a
So-
Cincy thing.
Are you just gonna waiting till she's within 60 feet of you to try this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys don't need a perception check to see what she's doing. Carrying through with a staff in what appear walking by with ornate robes of purple and gold. A magical glow starts to very faintly emanate from her, almost like a mist, as she's letting out a low, very ohm-like tone, just a very low, deep chanting. As a lot of the crop around that have been water damaged and looked like it might not have been recoverable or fresh started things that had to be replanted instantly start to recover and become vitalized. And once she comes within range of you, activating the ability, Val, your eyes and such do glow somewhat when you use this. Is there anything you would like to do to try and obfuscate?
We were somewhat in the field, so I could. Well, since I have my cloak, I can put the head on it, and
Yeah.
I'm bowing down, cover my face a bit more, where it's like draping over my head.
All right. Yep. That'll be fine. You pick up one thing, Val. It's not from her or any of the people guarding around her. A couple rows back, there's one of the farmers or workers that has that same kind of funk on them.
As I'm like bowing over, if I turn my head that direction, can I see him?
Not with the current crop, no. Wheat too high.
Are they bowing? Can I tell they're stationary or are they moving?
That ability only pops for like a quick thing, so you know that they're over there. It seems like, from what you're hearing, you don't hear anyone in the area that sounds like they've got up. It seems that everyone is just staying in this position of staying bowed.
Gotcha.
Like, even from what you can see on the ground, which isn't necessarily the best, but even the people that she's passed by are staying stationary. It seems like this might be a everyone is staying bowed until it's done type deal.
Gotcha.
And pretty much like as they actively pass by you guys, you feel, and so you definitely feel the gaze of the moment of for a moment of the people guarding her, looking at you before continuing to observe everything around, but it's the note of obvious outsiders.
Yeah.
However, where you're at, it's like the ground itself going from sand, sand, silt, and just dry, cracked dirt. It almost feels like it, I guess you could say, gets more earthy, like like the land itself has somehow obtained more moisture and is more suitable. This goes on for roughly half an hour as they go throughout this field, this patch of land, essentially, invigorating it. As once they're gone, they've been out of sight, but no one else moves for quite some time. There is a brief blowing of a horn before just declared across. All right, back to work, everyone. Return to your stations.
I immediately like turn around and see how many people were in that direction.
It's a good crowd of people. You have an exact direction though, pretty much back and to the left. There's a few people there, people working in a row. However, there is one man that has bandages going up one of his arms as a potential sign of injury.
I shall make my way to that man.
So do you have anything to rip? There he goes. Okay, okay. I follow.
This isn't that far away. Once you guys have stood up and able to see everything, this is from what looked before like just kind of destroyed, fucked up wheat field to now you have just golden seas of grain in this small patch. And it's kind of the pretty much people standing up, doing a quick brief stretch before getting ready to move on, as it's the very obvious of big guy approaching. Yeah. Is there something I can help you with, sir?
Yes, sir. Your bandages. Have you? What happened?
Oh, this, I got a little too drunk on the wine and got a little too close to the fire, cooking out with some friends, and I, had a bit of a stumble and burnt my arm.
Perception. Perception?
Insight?
Insight.
Unless that was Medina saying, I don't want to have to roll an insight, in which case I'll see if he's lying.
Insight. What do you got for insight?
That's gonna be
You can al-
16.
I was to say, you can also insight if you want, Eric.
Nah, he's got it.
Something's a bit off with that. It doesn't seem like he's telling a complete lie, but something seems a bit sketch there.
How close are the other workers around us?
Pretty close, but it's starting to disperse now. It's people are more so gathering up their farming equipment and getting ready to move on as basically druidic magic just restored this slot, so they're going to be moving on to somewhere where they can actually do something.
Sir, could we maybe talk in private for a moment? I can take a look at those myself.
You have to go ask the taskmaster if I can be free to talk for a moment. I don't want you costing me my day's bread and beer.
I will compensate you for that, and I'll just kind of like. I'll find the. Could you put me in the direction of the taskmaster?
Points towards one of the guys that is over there observing everything that looks a bit better dressed and a bit better fed.
I shall walk up to him.
I'll stay
May I
here.
speak to him?
You do that.
Is it one of your workers? May I pull him to the side for just a moment and speak to him?
As they take a sip from their water jug, put it away. You don't look like you're from around here. They got some. They causing trouble or something?
Oh, no, sir. I just would like to look at some of his, he seems to have a cut or injury on his arm. I'd like to take a look at it.
What, do you want them wandering priest or something, go around doing healings and such?
In a sense, yes.
Don't take too long, don't break them. Keep an eye on you.
Understood. So, the back over.
And they say as they follow you over there, at a bit more leisurely pace than Val would probably stride at. Omar, you better not be causing problems again. No, sir. These gentlemen just came up and asked me about my wound here. As he sits there and unbandages his arm for you. So, the wound on his arm, even at a first glance, looks strange. It doesn't look like this was it doesn't look quite like this was a grazing burn. It looks like the burn follows almost from the underside of his elbow up to his wrist, following from his veins, almost looking like it came from the inside out, sort of. It doesn't look too severe at the moment, but the burn following his veins itself looks odd.
I don't believe I've seen a burn like this before.
The things going on with the veins are more troubling. Hold your arm still for a moment, if you would.
Holds his arm still for you.
I'll go ahead and toss a Luster Restoration, because that's for free.
Alright.
What does it does nothing.
So what would Luster Restoration do for a burn?
It wouldn't. It's more the veins in case of poison or disease. But we're thinking it's the curse, so it'll do nothing, right?
That aspect of it doesn't seem to do anything. As you hold your hand over his arm, as your hand glows for a brief moment, the magical energies sit there and flow across his arm and dissipate.
Not a disease, they're poisoned.
And I shall lay my hand across it.
Yeah.
Lay on hands.
Winces when you put your hand on.
I'm sorry.
How many points are you putting? Are you just doing one at first to see?
Yeah, we can do one.
The burns themselves. So you see that the flesh magically starts to mend itself together like normal. A lot of times, healing magic immediately patches up scars. Or, well, I'll say, it would prevent the formation of scars from occurring. It seems like it heals back up almost scarred over, as the skin where it's now healed is slightly discolored. It's almost the man himself. I say the man himself is a like a darker, more Middle Eastern complexion. However, his vein, I say where the scars are much deep. I say much deeper reddish now. Not like red, but red like burned, irritated skin, like it's staying like that over his veins.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be just a burn. Do you want to tell us what happened since we're here to help?
Looks at the looks at the taskmaster there for a moment, who kind of standing there, just kind of go on. I got all day. What happened? And there's sort of a bit of nervousness for a moment. You can see his eyes sort of dart back and forth, like he's like there's that contemplation of possibly running before he takes a breath. Okay, so I wasn't lying when I said I went out drinking, got a little more drunk than I should have, but there's some people that have been going around at night at a few of the usual drinking spots where a lot of people get together, and they were buying everyone some drinks, and they were buying drinks, but they weren't real talkative, weren't real festive like a lot of people that buy something for everyone and pass it around are usually celebrating something. They, after buying pretty much wine for everyone, they sort of sat around and observed. The seemed to be some sort of homemade wine in a large jug that they had, and as well that they were offering people. I had some of it. It tasted a bit more pungent than wine would normally be. It had a bit more kick to it and a bit of a strange flavor. And it had remnants of some kind of fruit in there still that was hard to tell. It had been darkened and stained already, mixed with everything else in there. But they had muddled some more berries freshly, it seemed like, and put them in there with some normally a mortar and pedestal you'd be using wood and stone or stone and stone, but they had some kind of rather expensive looking metal one with what looked like bone, or maybe some sort of polished gem, but it looked more like bone embedded into it. And nothing happened that night, but a few days later, when drinking again, when I was near a fire, we were just making a late night snack. We just simple dough on a stick, rotate it, have a nice bread. We had gotten together a mixture of some sweets for everyone. Say bought some raisins and cinnamon to be able to mix it up. Everyone could have a treat together, pulling money, and it was like the fire was drawn to me, like almost. How he's looking like he's struggling for a minute to describe words. It's almost like the fire came out like a snake biting me, because it went into my veins and arm and across there, and it left a burn like that. And when I had pulled away, I wasn't on fire, and the fire itself was still there. It just left my arm, oh, burnt like that. It hasn't seemed to be infected like you checked or anything, and some medicine I got didn't really seem to be doing anything for it. It's just been there. And I've been feeling the pain of a burn, and just like I've been hot, but not unbearably so. Figured it'd just heal and go away.
No loss or increase in appetite or anything?
No, nothing with my stomach.
And just to cover our bases, that was a normal fire, no weird things.
I mean, we built the fire, and none of us use magic.
Alright.
If we did, we'd be better off.
And these men, are they local or are they from out of town?
They seemed local, but from some of the higher districts, none of us recognized them. They could also have been from somewhere a few days away, but they seemed to know their way around and seemed to know a few of the people.
And you say they've been
Right.
frequenting bars?
I've seen them around a few times, yes.
Typically the same ones
Okay.
or at random?
It seemed more of just the area a lot of us workers go around to and hang around.
Could you tell us what that area is?
I can give you a district, or I can, if you come by towards sunset, you can follow me and I'll show you around.
Look over to Val.
Will do. Can do that. And
As-
what I do? Do a sleight of hand and shake his hand.
what are you trying to slide a hand there? Like if he's holding
5
anything,
gold
or
pieces? No. That's 5 gold pieces into his hand.
It's paying the man.
it's pretty much, I'll say, pretty much trying to avoid the overseer there seeing it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
All right.
He's pretty much just going to shake his hand as
Thank you.
As
for
you're
your
going- as you're reaching out to shake his hand. Just thank you for healing me. My arm does feel much better now. Thank you.
And thank you for your information. You're helping me as well, sir. And that's a 17.
Yeah, you seem good. As the overseer pats you on the back there. Aye. Well, thank you, sir, for healing one of my workers.
Have any others been reporting any wounds that are having trouble healing?
Not wounds that haven't been trouble healing lately. No, there's been a few more fights than usual around. People getting more and more tense with the drought. Supposing that'll ease up some, especially with the Life Weaver going around, now restoring crops. Smart head on your shoulders to both of you two as well to take notice of everyone else and bow down.
It's not the first time. I believe you said that was the Life Weaver?
Yep.
Above board, is that the person that they said was gonna look at the water last time we had a session? Or is that a different one?
The Life Weaver was the one that they were going to have look at the water. The Dream Weaver was one that they were that said would contact you after you went to bed later.
Okay. So now we both are able to confirm that knowledge.
Yes.
Alright, when are their shifts set to end just at dusk?
Usually dusk, little before, depending on the season. Everyone will probably get a break today as the Life Weavers come by. Give them a reason to go celebrate early.
Very well. Keep an eye out in case the fighting or any injuries become more commonplace.
They haven't happened too much in the fields here, but a lot of people tend to get their physical frustrations out with the work itself. I've had a few people that have thrown fits of anger, but that seemed to be more hunger related, water related. Unfortunately, well, things might be better now, but you know how bad harvest does.
Towards Val. Anything else while we're out here, or head inside and wait for the bars?
Yeah, pretty much so. That's the next thing I was gonna ask was if there's any workers that were injured.
Well, a lot of them aren't going to report minor injuries on the grounds of if they're injured, people might not want them to work, or if they're considered too injured, it might be deemed that they can't work because they can't work at the standard rate to get paid. Now, if you want to go see if there's anyone around and talk with a few people, I got no problem. I'd rather them be in working shape than hobbling around anyways.
So more than likely the workers would let us know and try to steer. They'd be more likely to talk to each other than talk to the overseer.
Yeah. Yes. Well, let us meet again, friend, later this evening.
Will do.
Once we walk off and are out of earshot. So you think that bone shard they mentioned would be enough to transfer the curse?
If it's all together just from falling on it,
There you go.
Oh wait, do I know he fell and hit it? He told me he fell and hit it, right?
That is what he described. I mean, he described as falling and hitting literally every object on the way down.
I was just talking about the thing that the guy was talking about a minute ago. You jumped the salt. I don't know any of that shit.
Oh, I thought I had one other.
I thought he was asking that above game. Yeah.
From what I gather from telling me how he got his, I would. Yeah, he fell and hit it. More than likely, he fell and hit it.
He who?
Salt. Oh, he met. He fell
Okay.
off mountain, which, seeing in my vision, I saw the same mountain, but the ancient curse on the same mountain.
Alrighty then.
Maybe there's a reason it's in the mortar and pestle. They slowly grind the bones into the wine. Knowingly or unknowingly, I do not know.
Either way, that definitely transfer the infection if it is in fact enough, but to what end? Since they're not corralling them.
Yes. I won't be able to, sadly I won't be able to sense it tonight.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess if we see guys trying to show up at workers' bars and giving out free wine, then it's probably them. By now we've probably looked around enough. Let's see if the others are at the obelisk. We'll report back and then figure out something to do until the bars open up.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Thad, he was stepping away for a while. I hope he has returned by now.
That is?
Thad, have you returned by now?
If you're saying something, you're muted.
Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Hopefully, he is back by the time I'm back.
If not, it's the
That was
adventures of Saltmire. Saltress.
Back a minute.
What if I played Diggy Diggy Hole?
He's on a vision quest in the dark. Okie dokie, let's pause the recording. We're live.
You know
again.
what? That's how I handled half my life so far. Let's go.
All right. So, Danny, you
Danny, yes.
yes, you end up going to the obelisk where you're supposed to meet. And you got a couple officials there with you, and it's sort of the you guys wait till it's time to go. It does not appear your friends will be are here yet. Did you
Yeah.
tell them when to meet back with you?
No. I kind of just went off and we said we would meet back here at some point.
I see.
And I hoped that they would be here, or Salt would come and be here after he woke up. But considering
Well.
he's not, he's either still asleep, still lost, still running, or was taken away from the city somehow. And the others aren't here yet. So they might still be doing.
Word has already been passed about your crocodilian friend to keep an eye out. Can you give us a description of your other two friends?
That'll be
Your,
fine.
your other
Yeah,
friends.
eventually. Yeah, whatever. It was only supposed to be me and the crocodile that were involved in talking because I said he looked like someone. He was mistaken.
Well,
You said you had like a holding room. You wanted me to go reading or something.
yes. Don't worry, it's not an interrogation cell or a jail cell. With your status there, it's more of just a place that we know we can find you, so whatever business you have, you can discuss and be on with it.
Holding room in and of itself doesn't sound fantastic.
Holding room, waiting room, interchangeable words. It's a place that you will go to wait, and your needs will be met. I would not eat or drink too much if I were you. The elevated one may have a feast or small, large amount of food brought to you, if that makes sense.
How much, and rather how populated would this place be?
How much will depend on their mood. The mood of the elevated one will determine how much food they feel like giving out. They may want something like a whole cow slaughtered in your honor to be served up, a goat, or seeing if it's just yourself, something more smaller and personable.
Because I've eaten a couple of good berries today, and I'm kind of, sated.
You can bring that up if you'd like, but do try to eat some. It'd be disrespectful not to eat what's offered. As they've been walking you back and pretty much just eyeing you over. I understand there are cultural divides here. Just try not to be disrespectful, please.
What I would consider disrespectful and what you all consider disrespectful may very well be two different things.
Yes.
No, I will state they are very much two different things.
Yes. There are some things that at least travel across common culture things, though, to be mindful of.
Don't tend to live in society. Or cities.
Can you have a polite conversation?
Yes. Yes.
Just try to stick with that then.
Okay, understood.
Polite conversation. At least eat some of the food that's offered. Don't drink too much wine. And just try not to get angry or upset if any cultural divisions may cause something along those lines. Or if they refuse whatever it is you have to offer.
I mean, I don't believe I have anything to offer them.
Knowledge of your situation and what's going on with gestures towards the sky.
Okay, never mind. I might have something to offer them.
So, word has been put to look out for your friend, as you guys are pretty much back at the graveyard again, entering what looks to be a stone-carved mausoleum of sorts. All right. So, is there anything you'd like? There's water inside. Is there any sort of foods you'd like? Or just have some of our local cuisine?
Thank you. I think I'm pretty okay.
All right. Just... It looks like knowing the situation now of what your status is, they are trying to... Oh.
Oh.
Sorry. They're trying to make the best out of a situation and just roll with it. As they clearly see this looks like a homeless man that came from the woods. That has to go talk with one of the elevated ones. But taking you inside, it's a pretty nice area. They're burning some incense around. Things smell pretty good in here. When you first enter, you're stopped. It's like, and as a servant comes to wash your feet.
Is that a normal custom?
For places,
Yeah.
for places like this, yes. Anywhere of more important areas, servants usually wash the feet of whoever comes in as to not track in sand. Along with the housekeeping of not getting sand in, it's also just a symbol of keeping a place clean.
Oh, okay then.
If you would like, also they can wash. So they can wash your hair, anoint you with any perfumes or oils if you'd like.
Are you saying that I stink?
That is not what is said. It is if you would like to smell a certain way. There are perfumes and oils that can be done. The oils are also often good for your skin after long travels in the desert that tend to leave people dehydrated and less taken care of.
I do not have any particular scent that I would like to smell like. And if it's part of your custom, I guess, to wash feet of your guests, then I'll accept that.
Would you like them to wash your hair as well?
I would prefer you not touch my hair.
Very well. Now, you'll be here for several hours. Is there any sort of literature you'd like? We can also arrange for a massage of the sorts if you wish to relax before the elevated one comes to see you.
You do the whole... What are they called? The bulletins for news. Information about what's happening around the town.
Not typically, unless there's something urgent to get passed around, but if you'd like any things about the history of the city, we can bring you that.
That would work, yes. If you could, please.
And he'll gesture towards one of the attendants to come over here. Bring this man a few books of the history of our city, any other thing he'd ask for. The room you're actually taken to is it's actually pretty large, it's pretty lavish. There's a very, very nice couch there for you to be able to lounge upon or take a nap if you'd like. So there are several flowers you haven't seen before in the room, well kept. Small little incense burner on the table. And it's just a nice little area for you to wait in. Now, I'm going to take my leave. If you need anything, call for the attendants, as he will set a little silver bell on the table. They shall see to any of your needs, and if any news comes up, they shall bring it to you. If we do find your crocodilian friend, would you like him brought here with you?
Yes, please, that'd be great.
I shall spread the word then. Right. And he'll look towards one of the attendants. Whisper something to them. Yes. There should be an attendant outside your door at all times, so ring the bell and they will enter to see what you need.
Okay. Just ring the bell if I need something. Understood.
All right.
I have one further question.
What would that
Is there
be?
anything I need to know to, that not offend any of you or your people? That isn't obvious? Or is obvious?
It's kind of one of those things of between different things.
And just try to stick to being polite.
Just try to be polite. You will be speaking over a meal. We have utensils. It is okay to use your hands. You will be provided with means to wash your hands. Should there be any bones with your meal, those are often burned and used as either a sacrifice or taken and ground and burned to be used for tattooing ink. So, if for some reason you would normally eat bones, please set them aside.
A sacrifice? To whom?
Well, in general, many deities take offerings of bone and fat.
Yes. I mean, is any particular deity is my question.
Well, people are planning to celebrate Hadad, the rider in the sky that came by recently and blessed the lands with rain. People had been praying. As the prayers were answered, a feast will be gathered, in both for the people of the lands and for the gods themselves. So offerings are being gathered.
Did you just claim the rider in the sky's name was Hadad?
Yes. He is a Stormbringer, a warrior, one of many names, but controls the rain, the lightning, the thunder. And the rain itself is often, well, what many people live or die by is the rain brings the water we all need to live by.
Okay. Thank you for answering my questions. I'm sorry for holding you up if you had other busy things to go do.
It is fine. This is more than likely a more important matter.
Hope so.
All right, with that, I will take my leave. Hopefully everything that you have to discuss here will bring, fruitfulness towards whatever may occur from what the Sky Voice said. And with that, he will close the door behind him.
Great. Once he's gone, I'm going to go over to the only thing that's interesting in this room and go check over the flowers and plants that are in the corner.
All right. They are a variety of white and red flowers that you've seen white and red flowers before, but it's not like it's a different kind of flower. The stem itself is sort of different. It looks like it's a much more hardier stalk, and the flowers themselves are just slightly off. You're used to a lot of flowers that'll bloom and stay for quite some time. The desert flowers are much they got things to do. They gotta go. They gotta do their thing. get up and go.
I wonder what this you are. That's
So-
like. Carry on.
There's also just a several foot cactus in the corner of the room.
We've been traveling the desert for a little bit of time. I've never been to the desert, so these are new flowers I don't think I've seen before, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I just wanted to get them noted down. Make
Okay.
sure I knew what they were. Examine them from every angle.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, there is a, tall, cylindrical, spiky, large green plant over there that does not have flowers on it. It's got a couple branching arm pieces, it looks like.
You just gotta walk on up, examine the soil, poke one of the thorns.
It's pokey.
Yep, no, you're a spiky one. Let's not do that. Noted. Soil is dry, it's growing in sand.
It's growing in sand, but it looks like they've taken care to produce extra nutrients for the things here.
Now, my true question, do any of them seem abnormal in any way? As in, this definitely should not be growing. It cannot logically grow.
No,
But it
not
is.
here not here at the moment, since they've got pots in here. They seem like they're doing fine. Or it doesn't seem like there's any reason that they shouldn't exist.
Would I absolutely spend 15 or 20 minutes just examining flowers?
Oh, easily.
Yes.
Do you have anything you wish to ring the bell for, or are we good to fast forward?
I wasn't going to ring the bell, but I was going to go commune with my own god.
That is a fine thing you can do.
Yeah.
Now by commute with your god.
Yes. Was there a continuation to that sentence, or were you asking how I was going to do so?
It was, how are you going to do so?
Oh, cool. I was going to take a seat in the center of the room, somewhere in the room, maybe a corner. I believe I described my character as wearing a white wolf's pelt with his wolf head attached to the corner or its shoulder. That's like a cloak.
All right.
Point is, I am going to let the color fade away from that as I start projecting a orb of darkness around me, which immediately I'm going to fill with stars as I pull out my little star map to try to commune with my god, whose name I can no longer pronounce because I haven't tried to say it in 4 months. Arvindale?
Yeah. It's Norse, but we might be it's Old Norse. We might be pronouncing it wrong anyways.
Yeah, no. So without trying to replicate the night sky.
You can snuff the
Use,
candles in the room also. Or
I
you can
could,
you can snuff out the lanterns and stuff in the room.
but I have this whole neat little thing I don't remember the name of because I don't have it written down anywhere. Oh, the
Well-
Twilight Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Just set up my little sanctuary, which is just a
Alright.
large space. And then create stars, creating the night sky with
Your little star map.
private image.
All right. Well, let's carry on with this. It's neat. So you have your little replicated area for the stars. Is there anything you in specific you are wanting to say or commune?
I need to ask questions. I need to ask questions and I need to receive answers. How can I ask a question that is likely to give me an answer? Because it's communing with the god is effectively is a prayer, but the point of said prayer is to ask if Thor is doing anything special in the human world at this moment. Effectively, I'm asking, hey, do you have time to have a conversation with me? Please tell me you have time to have a little conversation with me.
As you're taking your say you're taking a moment to go through your prayers, asking if they have time. You feel a little bit of a breeze in the room, as you hear a quick sound of the fire itself being snuffed out from the corners, and you can begin to smell the lingering smoke there in the wind. As the gentle breeze continues to circulate around the room, you pick up the incense. You pick up a little bit of the floral smell from the flowers in the room. Lets your body relax a little bit as the night sky in your little dome here itself starts to spin and contort, and it almost feels like you're going up an elevator. You're having that sense of being uplifted for a moment as another quick breeze goes by, as the smoke itself quickly washes over your eyes, blinding you temporarily. As you open them again, you are in a dome, but a much larger dome, with Arvendir kicked back in a chair made out of a tree, grown to fit him. Leaned back with a giant-sized gourd of what smells to be some kind of fruity and fragrant alcohol. Danny, hey, haven't heard from you in a while, man. How you doing?
Doing pretty great, honestly.
Yes,
Okay.
good. Hey, man, did you get my sign? I tried to tell you something. It was a couple of days ago. I don't know if I got through to you or not.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I did. Was I high at the time? Drunk? Drinking? Inside? Was that when I was cursed? Or almost cursed?
Are you asking in character or above game?
This is all in character. Everything I've
Okay.
just said.
I don't know, man. That was just, let's see, yeah, my wife wanted to make sure you kept planting things in the desert, seeing that you were going there, but like, yeah, man, I was sensing some some real bad stuff in there, and I wanted to send you out a message just to like keep an eye out, man.
Oh, well, thank you. That's actually why I asked to talk to you. Because I saw some real bad weirdness. And I was like, I probably should ask about this before I end up getting myself in trouble.
Yeah, man, there was like I was sensing like a storm brewing, and I was thinking like, oh man, metaphorical. There's gonna be something in the future, and then there was actually a storm brewing, and then there was a storm.
I heard the storm like wiped out a village or two. So I was wondering if, I don't know, someone stole Thor's hammer or something. Or his wine or something. And he got mad and decided to just destroy a city in the desert.
I haven't heard anything from Thor in a good while, man. Like, I kind of, they don't really like giants over there. And I'm a bit of an exception, but, I don't want to ever push it too much. So I just kind of, unless they invite me over there, I don't really, I'm kind of mind my own business. But like,
Understood.
I haven't heard anything about anyone, making Thor mad any recent, but sometimes word takes a while to spread. Sometimes they try to keep things, a little on the hidden side for a while. But like, that's really far away. Thor. There's some cosmological stuff that's kind of hard to explain to you mortals, and Thor being like way over there doesn't quite make too much sense unless there was like someone worshiping Thor over there, or like specifically calling him out, like if someone was saying like, oh, this guy's better than Thor, or like something like that, trying to antagonize.
There is a guy who's claiming he has control over rain, lightning, and thunder. He's being called the Stormbringer or Thunderbringer or something. That feels like he's kind of trying to step on some toes.
I mean, like, what's his name, dude?
A dad or something? I don't know.
Oh,
I heard that as another name for Thor, but you never really could have taken up a new monitor and just mortals haven't got to it yet.
that ain't anything of Thor's that I know of. That don't sound familiar to me over here. It's nothing I've interacted with. Sorry, man. But like, I never heard anything about that for related to Thor. If that helps.
Well, it does. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you heard anything about mutant bony bird creature things?
not unless like Loki's doing some freaky stuff again.
Does he typically go around cursing random animals? I mean, making new ones, sure, but cursing them?
No. He usually only makes offspring, so now if it's pre-existing, like an animal already, probably wasn't him. Like, oh yeah, your your other dude for some reason, smoking the divine boof. He's like 30 feet underground, man. Like not metaphorically, like. He's underground, like he's taking a nap down there. Like, you should probably go find him or have someone dig him up. I don't know how much air he's got down there.
Which other dude? I've kind of given it to two people at this point.
You're like crocodile-looking dude.
The one that actively looks like a crocodile, or the snake dude?
No, the crocodile one, not the snake one.
How do you get underground? Can he just teleport or something? I mean, that doesn't
Oh.
sound like him.
I don't know, man, but like, you know, when we give you some of the divine stuff to puff on, we don't really know what's going on, but we kind of like know where you're at and like kind of the gist of the situation. Like, I'm not really feeling he's in trouble right now, but like,
He
I
can't
don't know,
be breathing well.
he's underground. I mean, like, does he need to breathe? Like, maybe he doesn't need air.
I think he needs to breathe. He didn't exactly go into the poison cave thing, so maybe he doesn't. You know, I should ask him whenever I go find him.
Yeah, man, like, you could do some cool things underwater if you don't gotta breathe.
Right? Oceans don't matter to you if you don't have to breathe. You can just walk along the bottom.
And you can also like bet people that you could hold your breath longer than them.
Watch as they almost pass out.
And you know, get whatever you bet on.
You know, that definitely does sound like him, actually. Well, thank you. About finding the peak in the desert, do you want me to continue doing that, or do you want something else done?
Ah, nah, man, just keep planting them around, and you know, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. There's you know, there's weird stuff going all around, man. So you know, just keep an eye out. A lot of people's like far sight and fortune tellings are getting kind of clouded. So like, be vigilant of stuff like that. You know, don't if you try to get any divination. You know, like if you're looking at the stars and like something seems like it's not adding up, like make note, but don't like freak out. You know.
Don't want to let them know that we know that something's going on.
I mean, you know, if you start freaking out, everyone else around you might start freaking out, and like, you know, if it's not something you need to be freaking out about, you don't need to be freaking about it, man. Just try to, just try to relax and look at it with a level head and see what's going on, man.
Very good, sir. I will do that if I can. I'll try. Thank you for making the time to talk to me.
Yeah, man, not a problem. I was just here relaxing.
Watching anything good?
Yeah, man. Points towards the sky.
I'm looking up in that direction now.
It is just the endless sea of stars in the night sky.
I understand this. This is typical. This is expected. So I'm just nodding along. Weird question. Can I, like, plant a seed here?
Oh, this is, like, you're kind of on sort of like a metaphysical plane with me at the moment. Like, this isn't actually like solid ground. Like, you could plant stuff in, man.
That's what I mean. Meta, that word. Like, plant seeds in the minds of people. I think I heard that somewhere once.
Oh, no, dude, that's a different expression. That's like, like you give someone the idea and they take the idea and do something with it. Like, I mean, like, bodies can be good soil sometimes. So, like, if you had dead bodies, you could probably plant a seed in it. But, like, that could also lead to some really weird stuff, man. You might be getting into some, like, hag or wood witch territory. You start doing stuff like that. You might not get something you want from that stuff.
I've had some very nice hacks. Not all of them are awful. Don't know if I've met any wood witches. If you're not interested, I'll try not to. Unless it becomes necessary. Thank you for my time. I'll let you get back to your gazing.
Yeah, man, no problem. Take it easy.
Yeah, catch you later. As I
And you just feel like you're rapidly, like, it's like when you have a dream and in that dream you fall out of a height, but in reality you just rolled off your bed. If you just wake up on the floor.
just give a very vague old stretch. As I've been sitting cross-legged, probably, for the last however long.
You have no sense of how long time has gone by.
Not at all. So... I guess it's time to ring that bell.
Really randomly, I just say, fuck your god for being a narc. I was taking a nap.
Danny, you have you have dark. I was like, you have dark vision, but like the lights in the room are out when you wake up.
I probably wouldn't notice initially.
You dark vision sees in shades of gray.
That is true. I would notice, probably wouldn't care initially.
Okay.
First, I would ring bell, ask what time it is.
Ring the bell. One of the servants will open the door. Yes, sir.
Hey, no, I just had a question for you. Do you happen to know the time? Or how long I've been in here?
You have
standing in the dark, my eyes shining, glaring at whoever this is.
You've been in there for a few hours, sir. If you wanted to extinguish the flames, we could have come in there and done that for you, sir. And if you wanted to take a nap, we could have gotten you anything else extra.
Oh no, I didn't do that. The candle lights were fine as they were.
They blink a couple times. Would you like us to relight them, sir?
Does that make things easier for you?
It's your choice, sir. I'm just here to assist you in anything you need.
Am I allowed to leave?
If you wish to keep your meeting, you should stay put.
As I'm saying this, I'm going around to go light the candles.
Just
So
create
not a green flame in my hand to just hold it out to each candle as I walk by to just try to light it.
There's the look of like they're going to object, of like the sort of they're a servant, they're supposed to be doing this for you. But you're already doing it. Yes. Well, is there anything else you need from me, sir?
Yes? Do you know where that... I don't know his name. He didn't tell me his name. The guy who brought me in here is.
What of him?
I was going to tell him I think I know where my buddy friend is. Kind of. Almost. I have an idea of where he could be.
I can have word spread of that.
Okay. I think he's somewhere underground somehow. There likely isn't a path to him, or there is, and he found a hidden cave, or he's been abducted, stolen, kidnapped. That's the word.
I will have word spread of this. Is there
Okay.
anything else?
Just one more question. Is this like your job or something?
I am a servant. I am here to serve.
So you wait around for someone to ring a bell and just answer inane questions? Because believe me, I do recognize how insane this sounds. My questions are.
This is what I was asked to do. This is what I will do, yes.
I don't understand society. That's all my questions. Sorry, thank you.
Salt?
Blah.
Alright. So, for quick reference, Danny, you were out for multiple hours.
Mhm.
It's not too long before they're gonna actually come to take you to wherever you're supposed to go to meet with the elevated one. Salt, you're having a dream.
Okay.
What time is it? Double check. Okay, 10:30. So you're having a dream. Things have been feeling real good. It's one of those sort of just almost like cushy heaven-like-esque dreams. So if you've just been essentially in a relaxed Zen state for who knows how long. And after some while, it feels like you're drifting down a river.
Oh, not again.
And you feel kind of like you're being poked.
Not again.
And as you're sort of kind of groggily waking up with that not again, you open up your eyes, and the fucking horse thief is there poking you with a stick on the side of a river.
Did I die again?
Not yet.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, just figured I'd come by, say hi. A few minutes before you suffocate.
Before I suffocate.
Ah. What he said. So,
Oh, shit.
right, so I can do a little magic trick and wake you up, or we can sit here for a few minutes while you slowly suffocate to death. Your
You
choice.
have such terrible offers there.
Indeed.
I want to wake you up. I'm probably gonna have you wake me up in a minute. I don't really want to suffocate. Not gonna lie, it would get me out of a lot of drama and problems. But
Not usually the best way to go, but
that's
you're
what I'm thinking. Yeah,
you're already kind of asleep, so you don't really feel it.
true. It'd be peaceful.
So
Hold on. Can't get distracted. I only have a little bit of time left, I guess. What's up with the bird?
Caw.
Yeah. We're getting along better now, but I'm just very confused.
It's a bird.
I know this game. I know this game. I know this trap. I know this trap. I'm not gonna fall for this trap. Saul just looks at the sand for a moment, the edge of the riverbank for a moment.
He's just sitting there silently smiling at you. Bit of a shit-eating grin.
Okay, so I'm not gonna answer there. Why me of all people are you bothering? I heard some things about you, not gonna lie. Not great, but also a lot of people say a lot of not great things about me. So, I'm reserving some judgment.
You are probably the funniest person that the bird could have gone to in the immediate situation.
Okay. Is the bird important in like a larger scale way, or are we just like, is he just a really cool bird?
Gives you the sort of like half and half hand.
Also, I'll never say that when I'm awake. Don't ask for me. Too.
He'll give you the sort of like half and half hand gesture.
Okay, so there is some importance at least. And they're a really cool bird, I'm guessing. So it's an and situation.
I mean, if you kill it, it comes back. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Not trying to kill it. We've gotten past that point.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
Yeah. Is this gonna happen just from steadily from now on? You just keep popping up and talking?
Depends if I feel like it or not. Mood really dictates a lot of sort of things. I'm a busy guy. As he's picking up sand and letting it trickle out of his hand.
That's fair. You should probably wake me up. I feel like I'm out of time. If you're doing that.
I mostly came by just to, give you the option real quick. And, he cuts himself off and just picks up a stick on the side and just whacks you in the side where your mark was as your eyes just jut open into the blackness of sand as you just kind of hear a muffled caw.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna take just a second, and then I'm gonna slowly wiggle my way up. Where it's not like he just bursts out of the sand at the top. He's just gonna come up out of the top and just like try to raise his head up, like the crocodile out of the water thing.
It's not the immediate like you're gasping for air, but it's the very much like yes, I was definitely running out of air.
Yeah. So he has time to do the little like raise then, rather than just explode out gasping.
And as you uncover yourself out slightly to look around, it's dusk.
Oh good, nobody will be able to find me in dusk. I blend in so well.
It's dusk. There's still people around the area and guard outpost of what you can see. There's no Danny in sight. But a lot of the common folk that were around mourning and burying are gone. So you just have a few essentially grave guards around.
He drugged me.
What would you like to do?
Go look at the bird. You're not going to tell me anything else either, are you?
Tilts its head sideways like an animal that's curious / confused.
You're not. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. And just gonna slowly slide out. I'm not gonna make a big noise out of it because last I remember, I have vague memories of being chased. I feel like.
Give me a stealth check, please. You can have advantage for the situation.
I was going to say I am going to be invisible. Let's go. Natural camouflage. 25.
Yeah, you just slowly work your way out of the ground. Almost have that just basically crocodile glide on the ground for the first. Just getting yourself out, looking around. Doesn't look like anyone sees you at all. As coming up, you had dug yourself basically against the gate wall.
Yeah.
So you're not like in the like in between buildings where you burrowed down. You're along the wall essentially.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can see a person coming by with a torch in the distance from one of from a building some ways off. Does not appear they have any idea that you're there. They just appear to be walking towards the bridge that you came across originally.
Fair. Well, I'm separated from everything that happened. I vaguely remember being chased, and I also remember I'm supposed to meet up with some people after a bit of time. And it looks like it's been a bit of time. I'd probably try to like kind of quietly and not so bring attention to myself. Make my way towards the meetup point.
All right.
I want to clarify, I'm doing this because, like, okay, would I have the vague feeling of remembering being chased in some sense, even if not the details?
You remember the gorilla and the giant hawk? You know what giant birds of prey are? You have no idea what a gorilla is. You
And
just
we were
know
going to
that-
talk to half animal things that were possibly important to everything.
Yeah, you don't know what a gorilla is. I mean, Matt knows what a gorilla is.
Yeah, but
no
so
idea
does it.
what a gorilla. So, feel free to attempt to describe a gorilla from someone who doesn't know what a gorilla is to people later.
Okay. I feel like, yeah, I'm going to try to kind of quietly make my way to the meetup point without bringing much attention to myself.
All right. So from your situation, that'll be dependent on the other group somewhat.
Well, if it's
'Cause
already
you're-
nighttime, then we'd be at the bar area.
Yeah. Well, so I'm saying this is at like dusk. So
That's when
Yeah.
they said that they were.
yeah. So you'd be with the workers going.
So I'm going to find out basically get to the obelisk and nobody's going to be there.
So yes, Salt, you're gonna get to the obelisk and no one is there.
Well, things have gone really good or really bad. Shit.
On that statement, we'll swap back over to Danny.
I mean, it's dusk here. I have time. They're actively meeting with someone.
Yes, as after you passed off that information, a few more minutes go by and there's a knock at the door.
There's a knock at the door, so I guess I should go open the door.
Please, if you're awake, get yourself presentable. Let us know if there's any. As he's saying that, you open the door. Good, you're awake.
Yes,
Is there
hello.
any Is there any preparations or anything you would like before meeting the elevated one?
Are there any preparations you think I need to go through?
This, more of just many people like to groom themselves over and get themselves as clean as possible, go over their appearance mostly. But change clothes, that's a more formal thing that most people do. However, that's a more cultural thing, you could say, for us.
I don't believe I have any formal clothes as you would say it. I mean, if you don't mind me going out to the shops, I can go try to find the formal set of outfit.
It is a bit late for that, sir. Late as in a few minutes, and we'll be taking you to the dining hall.
Ah, I see. Then I don't believe there's anything I could do to fix myself.
All right, then. Please come with me, then, if you're ready.
He's leading the way.
Yep.
I'm following after.
Right. The halls here, everything is clean to the point of being almost sterile. Some places there is a bit of a strange smell that you almost like chemically that you can't put your finger on. Spread about, there are various paintings and murals of what look to be jackal-headed peoples. Look to be the things like bridges and running water crossing between places. It looks like there are murals of people giving ornate gifts to each other back and forth, or bowing and making offerings. As I say,
Exactly, it's happening here.
that is a painting to symbolize the, passing of life into death, and people leaving offerings for the dead to travel peacefully.
I see respect for the dead is a universal thing, or at least something that's common. Similar to
Thankfully,
cultures.
thankfully, most people seem to have respect for the dead, at least. But please, we can show you around more after.
Right, yeah, sorry, it just caught my eye as we were walking by. You said there was a fountain. Can I just take a handful of water, try to smooth out my hair?
There was not a fountain, but
I thought I heard a fountain.
one of the paintings had a picture of water.
That's what it was. Okay.
But yes, he will he'll take you into a larger, down some stairs into a larger, looks to be concaved area. The very nice wooden table set up with the wood inlaid with gold across it, forming ornate patterns. Chairs with what look to be very nice cushions of some material you're not quite familiar with. It's a very nice red color. As the room itself is lined with what looks to be more servants, each of them having to be cloth covering their face, not suffocatingly, but mostly to block their block their face in general. As the table itself looks to be like this could be held for a large meeting, but has been reserved and set aside to where there is simply one plate, I'm gonna say one plate at the head of the table and one plate to the head's right, set aside with several goblets already set, silverware up there, and as the servant takes you over to the chair, he pulls out the chair for you. Please, sir, have a seat. We will go get the elevated one momentarily.
Thank you.
Yes. And as you are sat there, the only noise in the room is just the very faint crackling of fire from the torch, from the oil urns lighting the room. And from the back of the room, there is another door that one of the servants goes to, or say the servant goes to, speaks to someone that is there, as they then trade places, and they go through the back door. So a couple minutes go by.
During that time, can I cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything magical around me? Just in general. I don't mean the interrupter scene.
Let me double check Detect Magic on its specifications. Mostly how long it lasts.
10 minutes.
Up to
Or
10
no, 30.
minutes. Yeah, concentration up to 10 minutes. Da 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 da, 30 feet. Okay. So, you don't say, you don't sense anything immediately right away here. However, it would be more than 30 feet away. As you hear the door open once again, look, say over there, as two servants open it and both step aside. The one that originally was waiting on you, let's say, sir, my lord, your honored guest, Danny. Honored guest Danny. My lord, the elevated one, Issa Tim. And with saying that, a rather large man, a little over 6 foot in height, but that is not what is large about him. Looking to the point of lavish, of what most people would consider just morbidly obese, with a heavy step. Lighter skin than most of the people here, still a caramelish tan. However, bearing the head of a creature that you have never seen. The head of a hippo, for those above game. And for Thaddeus to try to picture how Danny would react to a hippo, a creature he has never seen. But shirtless aside from a rather excessive vest bearing some kind of ornate feathers around the neck piece of blue, purple, and gold. They themselves probably having a bit too much jewelry on, but sitting there accentuating their skin color, mixture of golds, silvers, purples, reds, blues fanning out along that vest, having a pure white loincloth, leaving the rest of their legs bare, except for sandals. Their nails themselves look like they are almost like in the light. It's hard to tell if they are painted silver or if they are actually adorned with metal itself. As the servants pull the large chair at the head of the seat out for them, as they sit down, and in a low, bellowing but almost slightly jovial voice, there's just, good evening to meet you. Servants, please bring the food, the wine we have ordained. As introduced, I am Tim, the elevated one.
Is it sir or is that?
Tim. Language may make things a bit different, as long as you are not purposefully trying to slur or mock my name. I'm okay with a little variation.
Right. Yes, it's nice to meet you. I go by Danny.
Yes.
That's heard.
I have heard you caused quite a commotion earlier.
Right,
Seems
yes.
things have been cleared up some, bearing the mark and such. But please, if you would mind holding off on the serious business for just a moment. As brought out before you is, you're not, it's some kind of bird. You're not sure what kind of bird, but it looks to have been, cooked. It is, cooked, stuffed with some sort of breading, along with, glistening with some sort of fat, oil, and herbs across the top of it. As it looks to be a very green, very minty green soup brought out alongside, and each one of the goblets set aside there is filled with a different drink. Some, so you can tell that one of them looks to be some sort of wine, along with the smell sort of it. One looks to be plain water. Another looks to be a somewhat golden liquid, almost looking like apple juice. And a fourth, very simply, milk and honey. As that's brought out for you, and then a separate course of the same is brought out for him. Business is best discussed over food. So please, dine in and speak with me as friends.
Well, thank you very much. Well, first of all, I feel I should apologize for that commotion you mentioned earlier. I was trying to make sure one of my friends didn't go off and get himself lost, which he seemed to have done anyway.
Yes, men have been sent out to look for him.
You mentioned a lot of dishes that were put on this table, Robert.
Yes.
Do any of them look familiar to me?
I mean, stuffed bird is a thing that's somewhat familiar. Bird bigger than what you're used to. I mean, it looks to be say seasoned, moistened bread of some kind that's in the stuffing, but their bread is different than your bread. Their seasonings are different. So, same, but different on that.
Same concept, but I can't really tell what things are specifically.
Same
Bird is-
concept. Same concept, slightly different ingredients. So, as he takes fork and knife and starts to carve up his bird, what matters do you have to speak?
Um, sorry, I was just in the area and ran across a few weird creatures. So I thought I would come and see if they were normal for this area.
As by the time you've gotten that little bit out, like probably half a turkey-sized creature is gone. As he swallows and briefly wipes his mouth with a cloth, takes and sets it aside. Yes, there's been a strange phenomenon going around. It seems to be infecting people and animals. I am not the one in charge of this matter, however, though. It's not my jurisdiction.
So you're aware of what I'm doing. I am looking at this guy in front of me as I'm trying to figure out what he is.
I cut thoughts in the middle of things, and sorry for interrupting you. Yes, a lot of the jewelry he has on is magical in some way. For your knowledge.
Okay. Oh, so he's within 30 feet of me. I thought this table was longer than 30 feet.
The table is longer than 30 feet, but you were set directly to the right of him. You are that's what I said. There's the only plates that were set for the head of the table and directly to its right.
Okay.
I missed that detail and had to re-clarify it for you. He is adorned in magical things. Also, he himself is faintly magical that you're picking up.
I would ask what type of magic, but I also don't really care. I know he's magic. Was there any further statement for that thought?
No, I just wanted you to be aware.
Fair.
Since you have the spell up.
Yes, but I believe one of my friends said it was a type of curse that was spreading. If they were here, they could explain in further details, but they seem to have gotten themselves lost.
This matter of influence seems like it should be elevated on the search priorities.
Right. And while we were investigating, we heard that there was a group called the Elevated Ones. And it's not a concept from where we're from, but you seem to have similar traits to this other set of people from a different realm. But you also seem to be the leaders of the city and from this realm, so we thought we were going to ask you who you were. I apologize if I've said anything that's insulting up to now.
Ignorance can be forgiven. It is not intentional harm you are doing here, and you have not actually caused any harm that I'm aware of. Us enlightened ones, us elevated ones, we have undergone specific rituals to enhance our attributes, to make us more suitable for governing our roles and using our powers when need be. It is an enhancement upon our natural abilities, along with bestowing outside attributes to enhance them even further. If that is similar to this other group of people you speak of, there may be interesting things to talk about later between our groups of people.
As I understand it currently, they are typically just born the way that they are. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't exactly asked them how they came to be.
Yes. Well, there are groups of people that, such as your crocodilian friend there are a variety species of lizard men and similar scaled folk that have a flavorful variety of attributes. There is also, in the Southern Sea, a race of snake people that are not often contacted, but they are known of and have, from what I understand, and what could be wrong, could be misinformation or old information, but interesting rituals themselves for bodily enhancement. It's not as common, from my knowledge, for people further up north, but there are, in the southern continent, more people that are not necessarily human, not crossbreed, so if anything, they are naturally in likely some sort of ancient Fae-associated thing, similar to hybrid creatures. But that is their natural state. As they are talking in between things, they are eating, and as you guys have been going through, they have already had his entire food swapped out and replaced with more food. And at the rate he's gone through, like, drinks, as there's a person pretty much there constantly rotating and pouring, it looks like this guy has probably already eaten like 20 to 30 pounds of food and drank several gallons.
And so just a group of Robert, for your information. Servants are still just standing around the room.
They are standing there at attendance, saying nothing, doing nothing, merely they are there to be servants. When food needs to be swapped out, they swap it out. When there needs to be more drink, they are there to give more drink.
How many of them are there?
With how much... with the size of this room, you've got 20 at the moment, which there's also a bit of a rotating staff volume there for food. Has Danny eaten at all?
He's been messing with his plate.
But has he
Oh.
eaten?
Give me a second. Not a whole lot. Maybe a little bit. In between instances where he's talking and trying to figure out what their deal is. Definitely haven't eaten like 12 plates like this guy has.
What little nibbles you've had? It's some of the best food you've had. Well, aside from having to live off mostly bland food and berries, but even back home, this is immaculate by standards.
Now, I'm going to again apologize beforehand because I understand I am awful at phrasing things. But I have to ask, what exactly are you? Sorry, that's not exactly what I mean. You said something about bodily enhancement, and most of you take on some animalistic traits. So what animals are you related to?
Ah, yes, I see. It is not something that is in the northern lands. I have been endowed with the might of the mighty hippopotamus. It is a rather large, thick-skinned, powerful creature that lives both in the land, in the water, and on land. It is considered not the apex predator, but the apex creature around, as any sailing near it should give way. Even the crocodiles of the land give heed to any males or any adults bigger than them, as one bite of their mighty jaws could break them in half.
Do you also get that capability? Did you just bite an alligator in half?
I have not had need to do it, but I probably could if I tried. My strength is mighty, and it was endowed to be even further, but another thing the hippopotamus is known for is death. That is why you have come here to a tomb. I work with the Ministry of Death for the area.
I'm sorry, I thought this was your palace. Castle. Total house in public-facing office.
This is a place for the dead. This in itself is an administrative office for those that are associated with it. That is a very important matter and should be addressed thoroughly. But you need strength to have that authority. If you do not have strength or authority, no one will actually listen to you, or they could simply override you. When you put someone in command that can back those commands up, they will listen, or they will be broken and they can go lie with the dead themselves.
The purpose of you undergoing this ritual was so that you could show you have authority over death?
No, not authority over death itself. Authority over the administration here. It is a matter of respect and an elevation of position. Tell me, back home, do you have tribes or chiefs, captains of the guard, city leaders, mayor, governors?
Well, yes.
What is it in your case?
I typically follow my chief of my tribe, for I guess lack of a better word.
And are there people beneath your chief in multiple hierarchical ranks? Say, for example, you have the chief of the village, but then you have a group of people that are specifically hunters, and you may have a leader of the hunters themselves that reports back to the chief. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, but I don't believe we actually follow that sort of system.
Oh,
The chief
that's
will
fine.
typically just go and talk to whoever he wants to talk to. And anyone who wants to talk to the chief will go talk to the chief. I mean, yes, there are some people who are more knowledgeable because they're older and have done things for longer. If we can go bother them, we go bother them instead. Or they would go bother the chief if there's something they can't handle or deal with. But it's not I think you used the word hierarchy? A strict
Yes.
hierarchy like that?
Yeah. I'm going to make an assumption here. Feel free to correct me. Your group of people, its numbers are rather small, yes, compared to anything you've seen out here.
There are quite a lot of us, not full city size. If that's what I'm assuming you're referring to.
Yes. When you get to the size of cities, there are so many layers of people that not everyone can simply come to the king, the emperor, the chief, whoever is the highest rank. They would have no time to actually do their job. So everything gets broken up into smaller and smaller layers. People are given more and more jobs for better organization.
That sounds inconvenient.
It is both convenient and inconvenient, but it makes matters. If you have an issue with water, you go to the Ministry of Water. If you have an issue with the dead, you go to the Ministry of the Dead. But enough about organization. So, about this curse. Please, tell me more of it. What you know, how it might spread, the cause, the cure, anything. Everything.
I don't exactly know a whole lot about it. The couple of clearly cursed things, probably cursed things that I've seen just sort of sprouted bone spurs. And they spoke as if they were in unimaginable pain constantly. Sorry. The way they acted was as if they were normal in one moment, then they interacted with something or someone or something, and then suddenly they had bones growing out of everywhere. But I don't know. Of the two that I've seen that's gotten to that point, I haven't seen them actually cured. They were kind of set on fire. Or try to kill me and then were set on fire.
That is information, unfortunately, a bit sparse. We have been keeping eye on strange aggravations that have been going on lately. The Dreamweaver and the Lifeweaver have both been having interferences with their magic, you could say. Bad omens.
Dreamweaver and Lifeweaver?
Yes, they are two different elevated ones. The Lifeweaver's purpose is, well, to help bring life across the land, to empower and embolden both the flora and fauna, to see to it that the birthing of children goes okay. There are no stillbirths, there are no complications, to make sure that the children are healthy and will not die young if possible. To ensure that the wheat fields grow tall and strong and for a good harvest. That the livestock themselves may stay disease-free and their young may grow healthy and strong as well. They are like a mother to the land, essentially. The Dreamweaver, on the other hand, deals with more spiritual matters. They are there to help people to help get rid of people's anxieties and insecurities, to allow people to rest effectively, to allow them to stay still in their sleep, let their bodies and minds recover along with their spirits, to manage prophecy and farsight, to attempt to disentangle any prophecies or messages they should get, see with their future sight. Anything dealing with fate to try and pass along who needs it, who should receive it.
Does that make you the Death Weaver? In that case?
No. Ha! I appreciate the sentiment, but they are different positions. I am not a creator such as they are.
Something that you do not have a title like they do?
I am the elevated one for the Ministry of Death.
That's like a job position almost. Not a. This is what everyone knows me as. It's a title. This replaces my name when I'm referring to people, or people are referring to me.
Well, elevated one in itself is a title that is usually just gone by, when most people just used context for the discussion at hand or where things are going.
Can I ask how many of you there are elevated ones?
That I cannot answer at the moment for you, unfortunately. There is one for each ministry, but there are ministries the public does not need to know about, nor foreigners.
I suppose that makes sense. What of the I'm sorry, of the ones that are, made public, I'm assuming they all have undergone this ritual to gain power over whatever their ministry is or power related to them. And as such, are seen as the highest authority in said order.
That would be correct, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand the situation here in this city.
Please take your time. It can be a lot to wrap your head around at first. See. Yeah, something to maybe ease your mind slightly, if you're a fan of sweets. As the plates get taken away and swapped out, as you are brought a very ridiculously oversized fruit of some kind that several of the servants themselves have set apart, and with a metal hacksaw, or say with just a metal saw, go back and forth and saw this large sandy brown, it's not like heavily spiked, but it's roughly spiked fruit open, and set set the two halves apart for you. The insides smell rather sweet and pleasant, as it is a very nice, a very nice reddish pink.
Is that deer again?
No. When I say very large, this fruit weighs over 100 pounds.
Okay. What could have possibly grown that?
Fitting for the name of where we're at. This is the coffin fruit. Please, enjoy. It's rather sweet. There's plenty of it. The juices themselves are very hydrating. They are good for long days after work. It is also a fruit that has quite a large quantity of it and grows year-round, but not frequent. Many people in higher positions view themselves above such a fruit, as it is known as a savior to the common folk, and known as the coffin fruit for, well, it's known to kill people that have gotten too close to the tree when the fruit decide to fall. And the outside of it is sturdy enough to be made into a coffin itself.
You're aware that's not a very settling name.
I said it was fitting, not subtle.
Can I insight?
Sure. Which part are you inciting? Is there any part in inciting or just inciting the vibe of this guy in general?
Vibe, yes. I've wanted to do that a while back, and I forgot to say something. I
Fair.
got my own vibe on it, and I'm accepting that vibe. But also, I want to know if this fruit is like the last fruit that I saw. That's, related to the Fey blood demon thing. Meaning, is this fruit special in any?
Oh. What's your number?
Uh, 22.
So, one, the fruit doesn't seem to be anything like that. It just appears to be a ridiculously large fruit. About this guy's vibe. So, he's being very upfront and straightforward with you, along with gorging himself, but you can tell he's wanting more from your end. He's fine giving these history, like the history and administration bits of knowledge to an outsider to just help you out, but it looks like he's kind of waiting, expecting more information from you.
What information could he possibly want from me? Do I have any inkling of what information he could possibly want?
You are here over the matter of the curse, and he asked about that for anything and everything of it.
No, I was here because
And you have the
I
mark.
wanted to meet a enlightened one because they look like salt.
Yes, he's interested in the curse stuff. You have met him. You have now met them. You bear the mark. You bear a mark. That means people automatically are going to assume in something like this, you are here for an important reason. The reason you were allowed into the city and the reason why the guards earlier kind of just let you off and immediately changed tone.
So yeah, coffin fruit. What does it taste like? As I take a bite of it.
It's very similar to honeydew. It's a bit more firm, and there's very obvious seeds that you can kind of go around, but it's very much just, this is a lot of a sweet fruit that has a lot of juice and a lot of liquid. It's got a nice bit of a bite to it, not in terms of heat, but in just of like mouth texture in the chew.
Honestly, this is not what I was expecting. But I'm sorry, I got a bit sidetracked. You asked me a question. Is there anything particular you wanted to know?
Everything you can about it. If it is something that can spread, we need to be able to nip it in the butt as soon as possible.
I believe my friends did find out that they just hide in people. They found a beggar a while back. When we first entered the city, that was bearing similar markings from said curse.
As in,
Not
they were...
physically, but they carried the same kind of energy on them. I don't know how they viewed it, but they carried the energy.
So your friend has a way to detect this matter spiritually.
Potentially. I
I
don't know
see.
who he was, though.
You'll need to have meeting with your friends then as well.
I mean, he was supposed to come with me, but then he kind of disappeared.
It is a large place, easy to get lost in.
I think I was told he was buried somewhere.
Buried somewhere.
Underground somewhere. So he could be traveling through some underground passages.
As you're saying that, the what he was is a he finishes swallowing what he was as the bit of fruit he was taking a bite of. As the fork he's holding in one hand, you see it just start to bend with his grip tightening. And how did he disappear underground?
I do not have any idea. He was running away and he just disappeared out of nowhere. And then I got the inkling that he was hiding somewhere underground, or he was underground somewhere. I let your captain guards, I let someone know earlier when they were out looking for him that he would probably be underground somewhere. Probably dying, probably not dying, hopefully not dying.
I shall fix this. Give me their name and a description. If you have magical means to produce an image, that would also be helpful.
The friend does what they come with me, right? His name is Salt something. Looks crocodilian. I say as I continue describing Salt dress.
Can you... Alright, can you possibly produce an image?
I unfortunately cannot. At this moment. Wait, can I? Real quick, I'm just checking to make sure. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I can. I can use silent image to create an image of Salt dress. Salt. Fire? Salt.
Dress. All right, yeah. So you can. Okay, so you're gonna minor image up a thing, a lookalike of him.
I don't have minor image, so I have to use the second level spell slot for silent image.
You have points.
Yeah, but I didn't want to spend my points.
All right. So
Small question. Haven't I
Yeah.
only used salt while being in this realm with the exception of a couple of people in private?
yeah.
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 So
Actually,
you only know you by Salt.
Yeah, I was going to just point that out. I was kind of been doing that purposely throughout the whole campaign. I just wanted to toss that in there.
Cam might be the only one from overhearing the conversation. From overhearing the conversation in Draconic, actually.
Yeah, that's true. That part's for him. That part is true. Just was tossing it out there since this seemed, I don't like this guy having my name. Sorry.
No, that's
Uh,
fair. If Danny
I-
doesn't even have it to give it
I
out.
don't have your name either. I gave him Salt. I was saying
Okay.
Salt because to Robert, I'm describing you.
Oh, okay. I might have just accidentally mixed up some of the lines there. My bad. Just wanted to check.
I need to see if he has enough information here. Ah. All right. I'm gonna give this a maybe on this. So Matt, I need you to give me a wisdom
Is this a
saving
wisdom check? Oh, I'm getting scried.
with a -2 on your with a -2 on your total.
Damn, a -2?
If they have a likeness or picture, it's a -2.
That's brutal.
If they for some reason have a lock of your hair or similar thing, it's a -10.
Yeah, well, that makes sense at least because it's a
Yeah.
physical connection to you.
Yeah. I mean, if they steal your boots, they can have you get a -4.
Wait, my boots.
Possession. It says possession or garments.
This one as well. Like if you
Warlock.
Yeah.
So 19.
19. You know, even this guy does not have a DC 19.
Sorry, -2, 17.
Yeah. No, a 17. A 17 still passes. As he attempts, as he
I feel like the bird interrupts it.
he takes one of his rings and puts it to his forehead and starts to concentrate on his ring for a minute, Danny, as a faint minor glow appears on the ring briefly, and the let's see, double checking to see how, like, what it says for do you feel like you're being scryed on if it fails? Double checking that.
I do have weird bird that does things it shouldn't be able to do, which I am still desperately hoping is why this fails, is the bird interrupts him somehow.
It doesn't say that, like, you feel anything particularly, but yeah. So Salt, you're just waiting at the obelisk with that sort of just, no one else is here, and your bird just out of nowhere while you're looking around stops and, like, full 180 rotates its neck behind you and just caws, and then just slowly turns its head back around to normal.
Is it bad that my only thought is that's actually not that weird for it right now?
Salt, yeah, like you said, it's probably done weird.
It's a weird bird, man. It's a
It
weird
did,
bird.
it did something. You look behind you, the obelisk is there. Like, there's nothing really else of note. Turned its head around and gave one caw. As
I'm still in the dark. Got it.
as the elevated one sighs for a moment, I'm debating on who I want to roll for this. I think it should be Thad. Thad, give me a D100.
Oh no, he rolled his first 100 on Sunday, Robert. And we're giving him another 100?
Okay, that's a good start, as I have the 0 zeros. Oh, I have another 100. Cool. That's
Well-
my second 100.
Integrate.
Yeah. It's fantastic. You only roll hundreds when it's inconvenient for me.
Actually, that's a fine number on this.
Well, if I don't want him getting information, then that's inconvenient.
Well, you see, no, this was just for a different thing. As he goes to a different ring and puts it to his head, Salt.
Okay.
You just say, Salt. You hear in your head a voice you do not recognize. Just. Sorry. I'm just standing.
Bird.
Oh, they don't. The bird does not stop this one.
Okay.
Yes, yes. By the elevated ones. Return to the graves you ran from earlier. Your friend Danny and myself are conversing over dinner. Your information is required. You may respond to this message with 25 words or less.
Above game, I now have the internal debate of, does he think this is the bird fucking with him? Because he just met the fucking horse thief again? Or is this real?
That is unfortunately a possibility of the bird fucking with you.
They gave me a whole spiel about how Loki is like a fucking trickster god.
Who gave you a cool bird?
There's tons of things just for the last.
He did give me a cool bird, that's true.
We will call session with your decision here, as we're already gone a bit over, but I figured that would happen some with dialogue.
Fair. It's just, I think he'll just be like, this is a 25 words or more, so it would just keep going. Like, it wouldn't necessarily just stop when he thinks it stops, right?
You said you got 25 words to respond.
Oh, true. He did say that. Never mind. Okay. I'll make my way back over there.
All right.
And then I was gonna say, I feel like he's just going to assume that's done because magic will look to the bird and go, "What the fuck is happening to us today?"
Actually, how does the reply work like that when you think you're done?
I don't think it dictates anything.
Who says it doesn't?
It says you can answer in a like message. I feel like that would be like you're trying to answer with intent, though. So once the intent of conversation is done, it's done.
Okay. Either way.
So the last thing before we cut off is like there's just a guard essentially walking around with a torch as things are pretty much packed up for the night. Yeah, there's a nightlife, but it's most people have gone in. And a guard with a torch comes up to you after this, who looks like they are tired, like they have been running all the fuck around, like sweat on their brow. Sir, please tell me you are the one known as Salt.
Is this about the graves and heading back over there?
Someone else already told you and found you?
You know what? It's been a long day. Yeah, Yeah, I just had something literally as you were walking up, actually. This is a weird day. Something in my head, man.
Oh, you have been contacted direct. Oh, we need. Yes, please. Follow me. Let us make haste.
Okay. Okay, this is today's thing. Let's go.
All right, let me fill you in quickly along the way. So, do you know what a hippopotamus is?
I was going to say something, but I actually have to ask since I actually do live in a desert normally.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, that'd be possible because for Salt's time and experience across the land, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
All right. Has the concept of the Enlightened Ones been explained to you? Or sorry,
They're vaguely half people. They're like half animal, half people, enlightened, upgraded, ritualistic. That whole thing.
all right, close enough for an outsider's understanding. They have
I'm
the
aware. Drink it.
All right. So, they have they have the head of a hippopotamus. Don't be scared. Just be respectful, polite, cordial. Everything should be fine. They will likely offer you a large amount of food. Just eat some of it. You don't have to eat all of it. Just be respectful. Have some of it.
Good, I'm starving.
Have some food and drink. They might be a bit agitated, as if they're doing this directly, that means there's something important or something wrong. Just be on your best behavior, please. If you've dealt with anyone of upper crust of other cities and know how to kiss ass and talk politely, you should be fine.
Do you ever feel like some days it doesn't pay to get out of bed?
Yes. And I have been looking for you for 2 hours. After the last person on shift was looking for you for around 4 hours, apparently.
I was taking a nap and nobody told me.
Well, either way, hopefully your friend has not done anything to upset the elevated one. Your friend
I feel
knows
like
Danny.
Salt makes like a face.
Yes, your friend known as Danny has been having conversation with them. That is as far as I know for the details, that they were set to have conversation and that they wanted you there if possible. And we finally found you. This is a very much like a power walking pace they are taking you through with, and it's essentially just anyone that's in the way, just move official business in the name of the elevated one, like just pretty much just shoving people out of the way. They are not waiting for anyone. Like
I like, oh wow. Just like that look of like, oh wow, they're getting
like
angry
they're
with
waiting.
it.
They've got the torch ready to just wave. Like torch is used as a get the fuck out of the way. We're going.
Damn. Okay.
All right. So, is there anything you have questioned before we get in there? Well, before you get in there, I'm leaving you at the door. That is not my place to enter.
Damn. I was hoping I could tell you about that. Is Matt just trying to think rapidly if there was anything that stood out for him to ask a question about? Are there windows?
No,
I don't like that answer.
you're going to be underground.
I like that even less. Okay.
in an administrative office.
You already are burying me. You don't have to just start pouring more sand on top of it.
I thought I was in the tower.
No, you're underground.
Oh, this is awful.
All right. Well, they're gonna want to give you a quick go over once you get in there. They're gonna want to wash your feet, get the sand off of you, give you a quick straighten up of your clothes, and good luck. May whatever gods you worship be with you. And this is pretty much like as like you guys across the bridge, you're getting there, like past everyone, and pretty much just getting to the front door as they pretty much just pass on a message, just like, all right, the man known as Salt has been delivered. I will spread word for anyone I come across to stop the search. It is already done, and to carry about their regular duties per scheduled. As it's pretty much the same thing that happened with Danny. If you are let in, your feet are cleaned as there's one servant comes in, and it's sort of the like slow head turn that looks up at you.
Sorry, they wouldn't say that this time around. Can I help you?
All right. Just please follow me, as your friend and the elevated one have been dining for some time now.
I'm still
As
worried about that, I'm not gonna lie.
they take you down and lead you to the dining hall, as there's a man who looks like he's easily 500 pounds with a hippopotamus head, with a gigantic fruit of some kind that you've never seen. That, yeah, there, like, it is, like, this man has eaten most of it's carved out with bits of just reddish pink fruit juice sort of staining the hippopotamus part of their face, as Danny is there kind of awkwardly seated with this fruit that's probably like a third of his body weight over there.
Are you working through his second or third one by now? Mr. Dude Man, is he working through his second or third corpse fruit by now?
No, we didn't get that far in conversation. We swapped over to a time perspective. We swapped perspectives. As Salt, a chair is pulled out for you as a servant leads you over there, and as you are sat there at the table, the man with the hippopotamus head takes one of his hands, having stopped eating and wiped his face, and gestures for the seat that is open, as one of these servants then goes, greetings, Sir Salt. This is the scratchy throat. This is the elevated one. Is Tim, your companion, in safe hands, Danny. Greeting, friends. I am Tim. Is that Tim?
Well, it's good to meet you.
And
Sorry for the run over. Hope that'll be good.
And Salt sitting down. So you go ahead and finish this bit where we will close off. Please sit, eat, dine, so we may converse.
If you're just sit down, take a seat. Just food smells lovely. Thank you.
Is there that awkward tension of like what was brought up before of hippopotamuses kill crocodiles?
I don't. Salt would not know about that was brought up, and I don't think it's really on his mind because remember, Salt knows he's not a crocodile.
Fair enough.
On Danny's mind, Danny is looking back and forth shiftily.
That's fair.
But with the awkward sitting down, we will close session here.
Half of us investigating, half of us being investigated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sad he had minor. I'm sad he had silent image.
If he didn't, I was gonna say no for the him being able to message you, and it was gonna be a roll to see if any one of the fuckers could even find you. Granted, you're not hard to find per se, but
Salt not wanting to be found necessarily.
also it takes time for information to spread on foot, and for people to have to pass that around, and then people to actually go search.
I figured you probably had someone watching me as I use silent image to create my field of stars. So I could have just lied to them and say, hey, I can't do anything like that, because they probably were watching me.
Yeah.
There's just a peephole in the door. The person outside was just crouched there the entire, 6-hour time period watching.
Oh, they need to make sure that I didn't just run away or disappear.
CCTV camera in the corner of the room. All right. Sorry for the awkward split between people, but unfortunately party splits go that way.
Don't know what you're talking about. We're having a fine time, right?
I'll trade with you.
Yeah.
You can take my place.
We at least knew this was gonna they were expecting this for this session. Any closing comments or questions? Things to note down for next time?
Well, this party split went better than the other party split.
I still feel the need to burn this city to the ground.
No one's stopping you.
No, you're not stopping me, and that's why I'm going to do so.
It might be hard to burn the stone administrative office that is underground.
That doesn't mean it's impossible.
Arguably, that's the one you should burn the most.
Yeah. He wants to do paperwork.
When everything is on stone.
You're thinking of pettiness. We're thinking on different levels of pettiness here. I forgot.
When everything is stone tablets, and you need to get fire hot enough to fuck with stone, or just scorch it.
Listen, I got it. You start the fires. I'll find a sledgehammer.
There you go.
Right. Or I can
See?
just cause an earthquake to destroy all the basements. And then the problem solved.
See, your teammates are already helping you out. You got
Danny
this.
coming back. Danny coming back as a 15th level druid to cast earthquake on this place specifically.
And then when I hit level 17, I'm gonna come back and cast Tidal Wave on this place specifically.
Ah, you didn't mention
Arik
that.
doesn't come back.
I feel like next time I play Pokemon Platinum, I feel like I should just start with Torchwig and name it Danny to Earthquake, and kill things with plant.
I like it.
Give him the Vine Whip, the Wood Hammer, the Earthquake. I don't remember if Torterra gets Vine Whip. I know it gets Earth. Alright, it's gets Razor Leaf and Earthquake though.
I don't think he gets Vine Whip.
I don't think it does either. Gets Wood Hammer though. That's beating him with the stick, alright.
It's a tree, thank you. You seen that animation?
I have not. Oh, if you mean from like the anime, I have not. In games, it's been a while.
I think it's just like a tree trunk. But okay. Till the next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Call.